Welcome in, guys. We are live. It's 1 p.m. Ghana time, 9 a.m. New York time, and we are good to go for today's session, guys. We're good to go. Are you guys locked in? Are you guys locked in? Okay, today we're looking at bullish. We're looking bullish for the session. So as always, we want to see price retrace into some gap or some significant swing low, and then we see what we can get from there. But welcome in. This is your first time joining. Make sure you're liking the stream. Make sure you follow. The market opens in actually like 30 minutes, so we have some time. We have some time, guys. Let's do a quick mic check. I want to make sure everything is working fine. Let me know where you guys are listening in from, yeah? We're going to quickly do a quick, pre-market analysis on the charts. We look at gold as well. So give me a sec. Let's make sure everything is on point. Everything is working fine. All right. Bro, yesterday I was on social media and I was seeing like a lot of people were were talking about the Nasdaq. Bro, yesterday was crazy. If you stayed out of that market, like awesome. If you stayed out of that market, bro, because yesterday the Nasdaq was on some crazy drugs. The Nasdaq was on some crazy drugs, guys. All right, all right, all right. Hey, welcome in, welcome in. Thanks for following. Live. Excuse me. So today, yeah, I'm looking at bullish price action. Yeah, I'm looking at bullish price action. I do want to see if we can get like a pullback into some liquidity level for us to take price higher. In terms of my draws on liquidity, I do have, yes, yesterday's high is a very obvious draw that price can reach to. So let's just mark that as a draw. Okay, so yesterday's high is right there. So I'll draw on liquidity, and then we also do have this high, the high that was left pretty much after Asia. Okay, that's also a draw that I believe price is reaching for currently. So I guess we can get price reaching out to that area. But interesting price action this morning. From the open, I believe we've been moving sideways, where we break structure to the upside and then we can break to the downside. So I'm anticipating that, hey, we've taken out all the liquidity below here already, and we might just be moving to the upside. All right, these guys are back. These signal guys sending signals into the chat. All right, there you go. Okay, so as I was saying, let's get back. Let's get back here. All right, so as I was saying, I'm looking at this move that has happened pre-market as a significant liquidity event, right? Normally what I do is I look at the lows that led to the breaks of structure. So this low, right? This low right here led to this break. So I consider this area as a liquidity level. So if I mark this as a zone, right, that's a liquidity level. I expect price to come take out before moving, and it did. It has actually tapped into that area, all right, and it's aggressively pushing for some reason, right? It's pushing even before the market opens up, which is sus, very suspect. right? But if the market had not opened, I would have been anticipating that at least we tap into this area or we come to this low and then we turn back around. All right. So as the market has begun moving, we might have to fall back to fair value gaps to see if we can get retracements into the fair value gaps to take price higher. Guys, I was actually showing you a different screen. Hold on, let me put this up. Okay. Welcome in. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. We are live on YouTube. We're live on TikTok. So that's the first level I expect price to sweep, which is this particular high. But I do anticipate that we might head to this particular high right here. So bullish on the Nasdaq. Obviously, we don't stick to one bias, right? If we see price reacting from specific levels, we are reactionary traders. We can take action, right? But ideally, I want to see a bullish move to the upside. Okay. All right. So let's check. Let's take a look at gold. Let's look at gold real quick. Let's look at gold real quick, guys. Okay, gold. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Let's take off these lines. Okay. Goldie. Let's see what gold is up to, guys. Let's see what gold is up to. These past couple days, I have been looking at strategies that work on gold, like strategies that are very, very profitable on gold. I'm trying to put that into the bot, but I haven't just found one yet. Every single day I'm backtesting a number of strategies. So I'm currently backtesting. What strategy is this? So I'm currently running tests on, what strategy is this? Hold on, guys. Yeah, there's a certain strategy, IFEGs. Yeah, so I'm testing that. That is running through the system. We're going to see how profitable that is. But for some crazy reason, right, a lot of strategies are not actually profitable on whatchamacallit, with gold. So it's crazy. It's crazy. I think a lot of trading too has to do with discretion and being able to skip certain trades that just don't feel right. Right? Who's this? Olivia. Want entry as bro. Don't spam the chat. Sebastian, what's good? Bro, Olivia, you're spamming the chat. Let me take you off. Sebastian, how's it going? Are you guys locked in? Alvin, what's good? So yeah, let's quickly take a look at gold. Let's see what gold is doing. On the 4 hour, what do we see on gold? Gold has been bullish for about a week. All right, gold has been bullish for about a week. Let's see where gold could be reaching out to. Gold has created a 4 hour change of character. Which could mean that price might want to pull back. Why? Because if you look here, if you look at this high, okay, I'm on the 4 hour currently. We haven't closed above this particular high, marked as a red line. We just wicked above it. So I anticipate that we've swept liquidity above this high. And what happened after sweeping? We had a change of character. Now, the change of character is simply the fact that we're closing below this level right here. Okay. I hope it's a little clear, right? So we've broken past this. Now, what do we have here? We have a fair value gap, a 4 hour fair value gap that price is in at the moment. Okay, so on the lower time frames, On the lower time frames, you can see if there's going to be some level of a rejection here. So on the lower time frames, if you see, let's say, a change of character, like price closes below this level, then that could be an entry model for some people. Okay. This is kind of like how we trade the Nasdaq, right? This low would be your break even. Some lows you can take profits, and this could be your final take profit down here where you have relative equal lows. Okay, that could be your final take profit. So yeah, but gold, I'm still yet to find a very profitable strategy that works on gold. If I run the way we trade on NQ with gold, it doesn't really give me the best or the results that I'm looking for. So yeah, feeling good. CPI yesterday had an impact, bro. Honestly, I spent quite some time looking at. I spent some time looking at what do you call that? People's videos online, like looking at how they reacted to CPI, and if they made money or not on Nasdaq, bro. Yesterday's price action on Nasdaq was something to survive. It was something to survive, bro. I wasn't behind my PC the whole time. I was actually out. And when I look back, I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what the hell? But yeah, this is what I'm looking at on gold. It's looking like price wants to turn back around to the downside, but you need to get confirmation, right? That confirmation would be for price to close below this this level, this red line here. Once price gets to this area, you can protect your trade. All right, so that's what I'm thinking on gold. I'm personally not trading gold, but this is what I'm anticipating. All right, so let's get back to the Nasdaq. What we trade on the live stream. Okay, what we trade on the live streams, the Nasdaq. Now the Nasdaq, as I said, I am looking at bullish price action on the Nasdaq. I do expect us to reach at least these highs, yesterday's highs. I do expect us to reach yesterday's highs. Yep. Sebastian, what strategy are you trading though? And what pairs do you trade? Sebastian, what pairs do you trade? Okay, so we're locked in. The market opens up in about 15, 17 minutes. So we're just watching what price wants to do at this point. Right. Yeah, but I'm leaning bullish. I'm leaning particularly bullish. Sebastian, you trade mostly the Nasdaq? Oh, okay. Okay. All right, interesting. Where are you listing in from though? Where are you listing in from? I need to check on something real quick. Baby boss, welcome in. Finland, nice. Nice. That's awesome. Neto, welcome in. So guys, what pairs do you want us to look at? What pairs do you want us to like do some quick analysis on before the market opens? Johnny Lab, welcome in. Thanks for the likes. I appreciate you guys. Okay. What is going on here? Yeah, I'm streaming from Ghana, West Africa. Guys, how's trading treating you? Personally, I've taken a couple losses these past few days, and I'm trying to start every new session like with a clear head. And I've been doing this for like how many years? Like 5, almost 6 years. And when I take losses, I still do feel the emotions. So how much more like you just got into trading and you're like trying to figure things out, you know? Yeah, guys, make sure you're following. We are streaming on the Red app and we're streaming here as well. Make sure you're following so you can get alerts when we're back on the stream. At this very moment, what are we looking at? Price swept this low and has started to break highs. So again, it's kind of, confirming the bullish bias. Lamine, welcome in. It's confirming the bullish bias. I do want to see some more confirmation. Like if price opens up, taps into a bullish fair value gap, then we could probably catch a long. But so we're going to be extremely patient for price to come to us, okay? Bro, TikTok is all over my case, right? Guys, is the stream okay? Can you guys see me okay? Does it sound good? Okay. Let's go to permission stats for the live. Okay, all right, so let's make sure we're good. All right, so I'm getting all your comments on YouTube and on TikTok as well. Gold Queen. Bro, the amount of bots and the amount of spam on TikTok, right, is crazy. Is insane, guys. It's absolutely insane. Mr. K, Martin, Carrick, the Jeremy G, Martin. I saw Martin. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. So we're actually waiting to see what happens at the open. If we, price opens up and let's say it takes out this high, okay? I do see it as relative equal highs, right? If it takes out this high, there's a potential that it could turn back around. So let's just wait for the open. But the goal is for price to come down here. All right, so in order for price to come down here, it might just want to take liquidity from these highs, okay, and then turn back around. But I do want us to be patient today. I want to make sure that today is a good day. Okay, what is your bias, guys? What's your bias for today? What is your bias for today? Are you bullish? Are you bearish? Mr. K, 30,000. There's also a gap fill at 30,000. Wait, hold on. Like 30,000 is like, hold on, let me see what you're referring to. Oh, so you're bullish, Mr. K. Yeah, so 30, yeah. Yesterday's high kind of aligns perfectly with the 30,000 level, which is awesome. There's also a gap fill at 30,000, 320, 3240. Okay, that's like, okay. What time frame are you looking at? Mr. K, what time frame are you looking at? 3240. Probably need to go to a higher time frame to see what you're referring to. Okay, but yeah, there's a lot of liquidity above that price could sweep. So yeah. The first things first. Yesterday's high is a draw on liquidity that price can get to. All right. For me, I'm not like holding for too long. I don't hold my trades for too long. Right. As soon as we reach towards the nearest draw on liquidity, I take my money and I go. Okay. So TRSA, you're waiting for price. You're waiting for price not to respond to that 1 hour bearish FEG. Let's take a look at that. Market opens in 10 minutes, guys. The market opens in 10 minutes. 1 hour bearish FEG. To be honest, the bearish FEGs, I'm not really seeing much of them in this area. Bearish FEG from which day specifically? You mean bullish FEG? I do see a bullish FEG down here that price has tapped into 2 times. So it tapped into it the first time. It tapped into it when the market opened as well. The second time right here, and it's beginning to push. It's beginning to give us bullish structure. Right. This kind of the only gap I'm seeing here that price is reacting from. That's like a bullish FEG on the hourly time frame. But aside that, I'm not seeing a bearish one. But yeah, let me know. Maybe you're looking at a different time frame. Maybe you're looking at a different time frame. 99% sure signal. Good for you. Good for you. When these guys come in, I'm like, these guys are just gonna get like, they're gonna find people who are desperate to join their signals group and like just gonna scam them. Just gonna scam them. Like the amount of people I have to block every single time I come here. It's wild. If I go to my block list, bro, there's a long list of bots and scammers. It is insane. It's insane. All right, today. So what's the bot saying? Let's look at what the bot is saying. The bot is confirming the bullish bias. The bot is also bullish. Liquidity levels. What liquidity levels does it have? 2968. 2968. All right, so the liquidity level that it's looking at, it wants price to take out Asia lows. All right, it wants price to take out Asia lows before it does anything. But obviously that could change when the 30-minute candle closes, when the market opens, that could change. But at this point, it wants price to come down to sweep the Asia low in order for it to go. Kets, yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not able to automatically block them. I have to manually do that or like get a mod to just like block them. All right, but yeah, you can't really block them. You can't do that automatically. Maybe I don't know. Maybe like use a bot to do that, but I don't know how TikTok will respond to that. I don't know how TikTok will respond to that. All right, we have 7 minutes. We have 7 minutes, guys. We have 7 minutes. Oh, okay. So, bro. Okay, so just my bots just tested out a strategy on gold. And this is the verdict. It says that strategy actually loses. That strategy loses on gold confidently everywhere, bro. So it mechanized the strategy exactly as described. I don't know. Is Ari here? Ari, are you in here? I have some feedback on testing out the ICC strategy. And it's crazy, guys. It's crazy. I'm actually still taking opinions from the community on strategies that work perfectly or most of the time on gold. I don't know if there's anyone in here who has a strategy that works perfectly on gold. I would love to test it out. I love to test it out. So, what does it say? It says the entry is a coin flip. Crazy. Actually, AI can be brutal though. It said the entry can be a coin flip, has a 33.2% win rate. That was a strategy I was testing this morning around um, um, a model that I saw on Discord earlier this morning. But yeah, anyway, the market opens in 5 minutes. The market opens in 5 minutes. So let's lock in, guys. Let's see if the market opens, sweeps this high and gives us a change in the state. I'm sure the bots might want to take a short down to this area, but let's see. Guys, I told you I've connected a bot to a trading account. I've connected the bot to the trading account because I'm kind of convinced that the data that it has run, the computations it's done, it can make money. It can make money, and it can definitely, at this point, pass Profem challenges. So I am personally running it for myself. Okay, I'm running it for myself to see how feasible it is. If it does work, then you guys are riding along the journey with me. Everything the bot does still goes into the VIP. You're able to see that. Okay, so it indicates the, what do you call it? It indicates the emoji that is from the bot, and you're able to distinguish the trades that I'm personally taking manually. All right. So I've hooked it up to an account that I'm trading, and let's see how it performs. Okay. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Welcome in. Guys, any any playlist requests? I don't think I'm feeling the vibe of this playlist. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Okay, so today's a Thursday. We had PPI, and what was the news? Actually, I haven't actually checked. That is crazy. Let me take a look at. Let me take a look at the news release today. So PPI was bad for the USD, bad for the dollar. So this means that we could see bullish price action now. Could see bullish price action on gold and bullish price action on the Nasdaq. You didn't trade yesterday? No, I did not. I did not take a trade, and more so, I was not even behind my desk. Right, I was at a, what is it, a photo shoot. Like the agency was running a photo shoot for a brand ambassador, so I had to be there. But looking back at price action, bro, yesterday was hell. Yesterday was yesterday was crazy, guys. I look back, like at some point in time, I was like, what? I was like, what the hell is going on? Okay, yesterday's price action right here. Nastiness. Nasty price action. Guys, market opens in 20 seconds. So let's see the reaction at the open. Let's see the reaction at the open. Lock in. Wall Street set to open higher. Okay, we opened up and we're pushing down. That's a new 30-minute candle. All right, let's take note of this gap right here. Not online because of CPI. No. I was a little busy. I was busy, very busy yesterday. I was very busy yesterday. So we opened up, we're pushing down. Okay, so market is open, guys. And we're pushing down. I recommend when you are trading, right? You need to wait for price to get to a certain level. You can't say, oh, market is open, is moving down, so you want to take a sell. That's like the worst thing you can do, right? Because this could flip in like seconds. All right, this could flip in seconds. FX Gold Knights. Spam. Sorry, but you're going to TikTok jail. All right, so we're moving into this 30-minute gap. Let's see what happens when price gets in there. What's the plan on the trade? I want to see a liquidity event happen to the downside and then probably get a reaction back to the upside. So I am bullish for now. All right, I am bullish for now. My draws on liquidity above price. So I do have this high as a draw of liquidity, a draw. We have relative equal highs at this point at this level. And we do have yesterday's high as well. Yesterday's high sitting right here. Okay, so the liquidity event I am looking for is for price to perhaps like sweep a 30-minute low, which it has kind of done already, right? Or tap into a 30-minute gap. Okay, this is a 30-minute gap. So the reaction could be from here, exactly back to the upside. So let's see what happens. Let's see price decides to reject this area and go. But from what I'm seeing, the bot is actually trying to fade this area. So like price comes lower. But let's see. And bro, guys, I've really connected the bot directly to the account. So it could take a trade and you would see it take the trade. Like it would take the trade and you see my P&L like moving. So lock in. But from what I'm seeing, it's still looking to take a long. It's not looking to take a short just yet. Let's see if there's that reaction from here. I thought I blocked this dude. FX Gold Knights. Wow. What a reaction. Let's see what the 1 minute is looking like. All right. Hey guys, I would like us to hold on, yeah? We might see lower prices. So let's hold on. Let's see if we can get down to sweep liquidity and then we take price higher. Oh my goodness, bro. This week, I've been so busy that I haven't been to the gym. I feel so bad. I feel so bad, man. I need to get back in the gym at least this Friday or next week. Okay, this is an interesting reaction right here. Interesting reaction right here. So we tapped into that 30-minute gap and now we're rejecting the 30-minute gap. Let's see if we have a change in the state of delivery right here. Oh, that's crazy. That's a crazy move. 60 points. All right. Guys, take note that the bot could take a trade after this candle closes, so you have to lock in because it satisfied a 30-minute tap in. right? And after that tapping, it's getting a change in the state of delivery right here. But for me personally, I would stay out of this because why? Because we've taken out these highs and it could turn back around to the downside. Okay. But that's a crazy move to the upside. That's crazy. That's crazy. Thanks for the likes, guys. I do appreciate it. So always trade small time frame. So always trade small time frame. So I use the 30-minute for my structure and my POIs. Ouch. I use the 30-minute for my structure and POIs. Wow, that's crazy. We're almost getting to previous days yesterday's high. We're almost getting to yesterday's high. One of those days, huh? It's one of those days, isn't it? All right, so I mean, when we take our previous day's high, it kind of changes things because there could be a pullback after sweeping the high. And look at how fast we got there. Look at how fast we got to previous day's high. So the liquidity event today was simply this move right here. As I said, on the 30-minute, we had already taken out this low. We had already tapped into this rejection block right here, right? And we had already closed above. So I think price just didn't want to come all the way down here. What did it do? It found this 30-minute gap right here, found this order block right here, and decided to just get into that area and just go. Like, it just decided to go. We're not chasing price, guys. We're not chasing price. Our price is slowing down. Okay, interesting. Asamoah, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. And thanks for the likes as well. Thanks for the likes. You guys are amazing. What are you guys trading? Let's quickly check in on gold while the Nasdaq just keeps disappointing us. Okay, what did price do? Did price break below that level? Yeah, kind of broke below that level, right? On the high time frames, you wouldn't really get that, but yes, there is a CISD right here. So if you took the entry right there, you could see some profits, right? So that was a 30-minute close. Let's see 3-minute. Yeah, 3-minute you would have had to wait until price go here, but yeah, that's interesting. So let's see. We'll just keep popping in on gold from time to time to see if this thing plays out. Guys, we're waiting to see what happens at the previous day's high, which is yesterday's high. Usually when we take out a daily high, there could be a potential pullback. So let's wait to see what happens when we sweep the high. Then we look to see if we can get like some reaction from there. We're getting there. It's just how many points? Almost there. Literally almost there. 3 points, 4 points. All right. So this let's see. Wait, I was mistaken. I was mistaken. Hold on. We've already taken out yesterday's high. So this high is actually from August 5th, 5th of August. So I guess price wants to reach for that. Let's see. Let's see. What have we done? Have we taken it? Have we taken that high? Yes, we have. Yes, we have. No entry model just yet. This would have been a trade, but look, 100 points. It's absolutely insane, guys. I don't think I would have wanted to participate in that. Okay, so we've taken out significant liquidity. At some point, we're going to retrace. So we should have some gaps being left behind. And those are the gaps that we're going to look out for potential entries. All right. Those are the gaps that we're going to look out for potential entries. I'm going to see these huge 15-minute, huge 30-minute gaps left. And what price could do is price could retrace into them and then continue price higher. Now we have a first presented fair value gap on the 3-minute. Guys, if you wanted to get the alerts from the bot, just go into my bio. Click on the link there. There's a Telegram link that would help you get access to that. And if you have any challenges, just send me a DM. I just realized earlier today that, hey, you guys don't have a way of sending me messages on Telegram, but yeah, just go into the Telegram, follow the steps, and you should be able to get access to that. There's a few steps and you should be through. James, thanks for the follow. All right, so first presented fair value gap. We've tapped into that first presented and we are moving to the upside. Guys, I've noticed it, yeah, and I've been backtesting for quite some time. I've noticed that if you stick to one time frame, right? So for me, the 30-minute aligns with a 3. You can use, let's say, the hourly and align that to the 5-minute to take your entries. Or you can do the 4-hour and take your entries on the 15 minutes. But if you stick to 2 particular time frames, guys, trust me, stick to 2 time frames. All right, stick to 2 time frames, and you would be surprised how that will positively, influence your trading. I've noticed every time I'm like on the, for example, I'm looking at the 30 minutes and trying to align my entries on the 3-minute. Anytime I look at, let's say, the 1 minute, or anytime I look at the 1 hour or the 4-hour, it starts to like fall apart. Okay, so stick to one. For me, I do the 30-minute for the higher time frames. When I mark out the levels I'm interested in on the 30-minute time frame, then I just jump to the 3-minute time frame for my entries. All right, pretty simple and straightforward. Guys, drop me a follow if you're new in the stream. We trade the Nasdaq every single trading day. Okay. All right, so we've taken out all this liquidity, and I'm seeing I'm seeing a rejection there, okay? I'm seeing a rejection from this level. You can see that price is rejecting. Okay, and we're on the 30-minute now. Let's go down to the 3. Yeah, definitely you can see that we're getting some rejection here. Guys, let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. We're at 3,000 likes. We're at 3,000 likes. TikTok has been nice to us today. Welcome in. I see a couple new faces in here. A couple new accounts in here. Yeah. Make sure you're following, guys. Well, let me quickly check in on what is above price at the moment. Maybe price could just be wanting to like move up before it actually pulls back down. So let's see what we have above price currently. We have a low, a 30-minute significant low. I don't expect price to go past this level. We do have some relative equal highs in this area. Let me mark it out. Okay, what else do we have? Okay, we've actually taken out those. We've taken out those, so that's not valid. Bro, this is crazy, guys. Price opened up and it's like going in one direction. It's going in one direction. It's not giving us an opportunity to enter. The Nasdaq is extremely bullish, guys. Look at how green the heat map is looking. Like everything is green. The only thing that is negative is Cisco. I'm sure they're having some issues, but everything is green. We're extremely bullish today. So Kelvin Mensa, thank you for that shout. I appreciate you, Kelvin. So one thing I've learned over the years of trading, when I see price action like this, like price action is telling me that we're extremely bullish, the market has opened up, we're moving up. When I decide to take a sell in this kind of market environment, like let's say price gets to a level and I'm saying, okay, price is pulling back, so let me take a sell. A lot of those days, right, it doesn't work out. So the best thing to do is to simply wait for price to come into a significant area so that you can ride a trend. You're seeing it bullish. There's no need to sell, guys. Take it from me. There's no need to sell in this environment. Mark out the significant areas. Go to your 30-minute time frame. At this point, I'm not seeing any gaps because, you know, the 30-minute candle hasn't closed yet. It closes in about 13 minutes. When it closes, we're going to pretty much have a big, huge gap here. All right, we're going to have a huge gap here. Now, when that forms, I just want price to get into that gap so that we can continue to ride trend up. So when price gets to the midpoint of the gap, we'll probably look for certain reactions on the 3-minute change of character, 3-minute change in the state of delivery, however you want to call it, right? And you take price back to the high. Okay, a lot of times that will work out for you. But if you're impatient and you're like, oh, price is going up, it has to turn around at some point, you will be disappointed. You'll be absolutely disappointed, guys. All right, so we are getting into a 30-minute high. We're getting into a 30-minute high. Let's see if, okay, on the 15, that's right. 15, there is a gap here, all right? And the gap is in discount. Now, what is discount? Discount is if you pull your Fibonacci from this low up to the high, you want to see the gap aligning within 50% of the range, right? 50% of the range or below. So any gaps here I like, any gaps up here I don't like. All right, so the gaps here, we want to see price come down, interact with those gaps, and we can catch a move to the upside. But bro, price is bullish. Whoa. Price is extremely bullish, guys. I'm not seeing any entry models whatsoever. The only thing I'm seeing here, but it's risky, is you see this first presented 3-minute, price tapped into it and kind of reacted from it. If you had the guts, If you have the gut, some people will just say, oh, price is tapping into this, let me take it and join it. But bro, that's risky. That's gambling. That's gambling, guys. King of Gold says we should what? King of Gold said we should buy gold. Guys. Guys. I wish I could show you. In fact, let me show you. Let me show you some of the let me show you some of the reports that have come out based on the very popular strategies you guys see out there. Right. How can I do this? Let me see. I'll see if I can show you this. Hold on. I don't know how to show you this without trying to like talk bad about some traders that you see out there. But basically, right, I have about 7.6 years of data, of candlestick data on gold and the Nasdaq, and I've been running tests. When I discover different strategies, I run tests on the data, and it's crazy. Like the result, like I'm just surprised that it's crazy. That's why I keep asking, right? I keep asking, how many of you in here trade gold, right? And you're like, let's say 3 out of 5 days in a week, you're making money on gold. I want to know, like, I genuinely want to know, and I want to know the strategy, right? Because a lot of strategies have not been able to pass. ICC, I tested ICC, it hasn't really worked. It's absolutely insane. It's insane. Even the 10 a.m. the 10 a.m. model, the 10 a.m. model where we see price like pull back, tap into the 10 a.m. open, bro. Liago Mash says the strategy we use is the one that you hide. Which one? Which one is that? I mean, I try to be transparent. I don't try to, like, personally, I don't try to hide my strategy though. I don't try to hide it. I actually have put it on this thing right here. The you can't talk about it too. Yeah. I mean, if I were to explain the strategy to you, like there's so many things that have actually been programmed into this strategy. It's crazy. Can I explain the fib again? I will. I will explain the fib. So the dangerous thing is that don't just you see how the strategy is struggled at the beginning of the year. I believe that the first 3 months of the year was crazy. But after that first 3 months, you can tell that it has consistently just kept making profit. All right. The maximum amount of drawdown it's done is 3%. I think about it, right? Think about it. 3% on any profit account, you're good, right? And it's made like 40% so far in the year. I feel like that's crazy. Can I explain the fib again? Okay. All right. So the fib is basically you use it to determine how far back price is retracing, right? We have healthy retracements and we have unhealthy retracements. So a healthy retracement is if price pulls back 50% of the move or of the leg. So let's say from this particular low to this particular high, a healthy retracement would be to see price pull back at least 50%. So if you have your fib settings, you look at your fib settings, you have to have them. All right, I have 50% right here, 0.5. These are my settings on the fib. Okay, so ideally, if I'm looking at fair value gaps, I want to see fair value gaps below 50% or sitting just right at the 50% level. All right, so anything in here is absolutely risky. It can work out if the trend is strong, but if you're taking trades from fair value gaps up here, like tapping in and going, it's absolutely risky. You'd want to wait for price to come all the way down into this area. So that's about the fib. Yeah, that's about the fib. Liago, bro, you have to talk about the strategy, bro, because I'm trying to test it. Like genuinely, I want to test it out to see what's happening in the trading space. Naked XT. So gold, I think we're looking at gold on the high time frames. It was looking like gold was trying to go down. So we put this on, and yes, this is looking bearish. I mean, from the higher time frames, it is looking bearish. Up until, let's say, price takes this low, then you go break even. All right, when it takes this low, then you can probably go break even. But it's looking bearish. From the analysis I did, looks like price wants to go down. Wow, the Nasdaq has been crazy today, guys. I wouldn't lie. Sharp ratio for some of the strategies are -1, -93% drawdown. That is insane. Like you're literally blowing your account. Even if it's a live account, you're literally losing 93% of your money. Bro, a lot of the strategies out there, you can't just pick it, like go watch a YouTube video, right? Trade it and make money. There are lots of complexities to it that you need to understand. I'm not trying to scare you guys, though. I'm not trying to scare you guys when it comes to trading, but you need to be, yeah, you need to be discerning. You need to be discerning. You see the same strategy I was showing you guys on the Nasdaq, right? Let's look at it on gold. I think I showed you guys this information on gold when yesterday, no, 2 days ago or so. If you look at how it performs on gold, you understand that it's not every strategy. It's not every strategy that works on every pair, guys. I'll show it to you guys on gold. It's like it doesn't do well at all. It doesn't do well. But again, that's objective. That's objective. It's taking a long time to load. Yeah, so take a look here. On gold, right? Maximum drawdown is 8%. The total PNL is 0.64%, right? That's in terms of how much profit is made. And in terms of profitable trades, it's taken 38% profitable trades, right? It makes money, it loses the money. It makes a little money, it loses the money. And that is something very significant. That's why I haven't really like attempted to send any signals on gold. I'm really looking out for strategies that really work on gold. So if you know something, put us on. Let's test it out. All right. Now, because I have the data, right? any small thing, I'm like, hey, test this strategy, to see how profitable it is. As soon as I get the strategy, I'm testing it. I don't have to like sit behind the charts to back test. I can just get the AI to do that for me. Bro, the Nasdaq is it's really not giving us a move here. This is a 30-minute candle, okay? Let's see how the 10 a.m. opens. Let's see how the 10 a.m. opens, guys. So I have a 100K account hooked up to the bot. 100K account from the 5S. I don't even trade the 5S, right? The 5S, they're running this summer sale. So I just, hey, let me just get that account. So it's a 100K account that I've connected to the bot. They do allow bot trading as long as it's your own bot. So if it's not your bot, if you are like, you cannot provide evidence, then do not trade with the bot, right? But if you have evidence that you developed the bot, then you should be fine. Guys, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy how the Nasdaq has been behaving. We know that yes, it's bullish. We know that it's bullish. But what is this? What is this? Moving without any pullbacks. It's just going. For how long? For how long, guys? Isinam, welcome in. Kaylin, welcome in. Senor, welcome. Yao Target, welcome in. We're trading the Nasdaq, guys. We're trading the Nasdaq. We're looking for an entry. I want to see a pullback. I want to see a pullback. Seriously? So you see, as price is moving, I'm moving the Fibonacci to the high that it's leaving. So I moved the Fibonacci to this high because that's extreme high. So now the 50% kind of keeps moving with the Fibonacci. So I want price to come all the way down here. Now you can tell that what gaps do we have? We have a gap down here. That's a 15-minute gap. Okay, so we want price to come here, react from here, and then go. That is one thing about that's one thing about what you call it, about trading. If you don't have patience, right? If you don't have patience, you would always be taking losses that you're not supposed to. Because somebody will see this and be like, this thing is far away. When the hell is it going to come down for us to take a trade? But it will surprise you that the move down here could take like, let me say 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Right? It could just aggressively come down here, react, and just go back. But if you're impatient, you're going to pay. You're going to pay. Guys, make sure you join the Telegram. I do see that the numbers are kind of picking up on Telegram. So we want to make sure we're building a strong community of traders pro traders, beginner traders, okay? Price is slowing down. See the 1 minute, nothing much. Guys, spam the likes. We're almost at 5K. Let's get to 5K. So when you guys like it, you know what it tells? It tells TikTok that, hey, okay, so they're human beings in the stream. They're not robots. They're not shady. So let's push the stream out to a lot more people. Today I tried something, yeah, and that's how come the numbers were like so high. Let me do it again. Hold on. I'm gonna do it again. I'm going to do it again. Let's do it again. Let's see what happens. 320. Oh my goodness. Okay, price is slowing down. This issue which could please control blah blah blah. We'll see. We'll see. All right, so I did it again. Let's see what happens to the numbers. If the numbers increase, I know exactly what TikTok is doing. All right, so guys, what we're waiting for a pullback is we're waiting to see a pullback down to the 50% of the leg. And once price gets to the 50% of the leg, we can see if we can take price back to the upside. But I do want price to get to the 50%. I don't want to put this on, else people might get deceived. We want to see price get down to that level. We want to see the reaction on the 3, and then we take price back to the upside. How many points have we moved? We've moved up by 300 points. 300 points is crazy. Mana Bowser. We've done 37 minutes into the open and like nothing is happening. We acknowledge that yes, price is slowing down. So let's see what is happening. Wow, okay. Don't do us like that, price. Mike, good morning. What's good? What's good? What's good? This week is bro, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. I'm just taking it easy. Lucky enough, I wasn't part of yesterday's craziness. So I'm taking it easy today. I want to see if we can get something nice. But yesterday, I don't know. Did you look at the charts yesterday? One of your worst weeks ever, bro. Bro, I can imagine, bro. I can imagine. This week has been something. This week has been something. Monday, I was back testing. Monday, was it Monday? Yeah, Monday could have been like a good day. If I had noticed the 30-minute gap from before. Where is it? Where's Monday? Monday could have been a good day if I noticed this particular gap right here. Right? You see that there was a 30-minute gap. So I was considering this break here as a change in the state. This break here as the change in the state. to take price lower. It was actually right, but price just wanted to tap into this gap for the session to pull back, right? And that messed us up. That messed us up, right? Tuesday was, what was it? Who remembers what happened on Tuesday? Yeah, we broke structure to the upside. We took liquidity and it pretended as if it was rejecting, but then it just pulled back into this gap and continued dumping. But today we're absolutely bullish. And the way, let me just give you guys a quick tutorial. Yeah, CPI, after CPI was nasty. It was nasty. I looked at the charts like shortly after the session and I was like, no. I even sent a message in the group that if you stayed out of this price action, you have a bright future ahead of you. Because yesterday's price action was nasty. But today we can see that on the 30-minute, we're breaking structure to the upside. We broke this high, okay? And then we pulled back, natural pullback, and then we're breaking this high again. So that's like double confirmation that we're bullish. Again, market has opened, we've broken this high. So I'm like bullish. There's no way I'm going to sell today. Absolutely no way I'm going to sell today. The only way I can participate is if I wait for a pullback to take price higher. I cannot buy from here. That would be silly because price can turn back around at any time to get into the 50% level. Price has been choppy this week. Yeah, it has not been straightforward. It has not been straightforward, to be honest. And if you zoom out, can you see my charts? If you zoom out, you can tell that this week and even next last week, right, was kind of choppy, right? This is what you want to see on the Nasdaq. This is what you want to see on the Nasdaq. You want to see this like trending, it's moving, it's pulling back nicely. But when it starts to do this, it becomes a problem. Hopefully we've started a trend again by this move. Hopefully we can continue to see bullish price action. If we can get to see bullish price action. But yeah, 9:30 just ripped it upside as soon as it opened. Yes, no, absolutely no opportunity. It did pull back slightly. It pulled back into a 30-minute gap, but there was absolutely no opportunity for me, even on the 1 minute, right? On the 1 minute, there was no real opportunity to take advantage here. No IFEGs, nothing of that sort. It just kept ripping. It's just ripping, guys. All right, so let's see. We have the 10 a.m., right? The 10 a.m. open is right here. Where is it? Where is the 10 a.m.? All right, so this is a 10 a.m. open. All right. So the 10 a.m. this is what I'm seeing with the 10 a.m. and you guys can backtest it if you want to try it out. If you want to try it out, that's up to you. But usually the 10 a.m. open, you mark the 10 a.m. open, it manipulates to one side. So in this case, it manipulated to the downside. What are those sounds? Manipulated to the downside, it pulls back, and if we're bullish, the retest should take price back to the upside, right? So the 10 a.m. would require that you put your limit order here, stops below the 10 a.m. candle, and then you target at least a 1:3 this way. So this is tape read. Let me just put it on as a tape read that I'm personally not taking this. I'm personally not taking this, but let's put it on as a tape read, okay? Yesterday, for 2 days ago, we did that and it worked out. We put a 10 a.m. and it worked out. But yeah, be very cautious with this one. For my back testing, it doesn't work all the time. So at your own risk, guys. What do you usually like to see when the 10 a.m. opens? So the 10 a.m. open, you just look at the opening price. You want to see some you want to see accumulation, right? You want to see accumulation. You want to see manipulation, and then you want to see distribution. But in this case, right, we accumulated. If this is the sweep, right, then there's a high chance that we might move down here and retest it to go down, right? So it's tricky. But how Powell describes it is you mark out the 10 a.m. open, you manipulate in one direction, then you pull back, retrace, and take the trade. That's how he describes it. All right, that's how he describes it. Let me just quickly look at Tuesday to see how that worked out. Let me look at Tuesday real quick. What is the Tuesday 10 a.m.? This was Tuesday's 10 a.m. right here. Okay, so we manipulated to the upside, pulled back to the 10 a.m. right there, exactly on the T, and then it worked out. So this was interesting. You went to the upside, pulled back directly to the level, and then it pushed up. But ideally, it wanted to go down, right? So it's crazy. Like if you program this into an indicator, like you might not be profitable because sometimes you have to use discretion. Because you see here, if you're using an indicator to describe this, it would say, okay, so you've pulled back, retraced to a level, to this level. It will be expecting to take shorts because price has pulled back to that level. It will be expecting to take shorts. But look, it actually broke through that level. So in this case, you have to wait for price to get here to take longs. Right. So it's crazy. It's crazy. I wonder how he trades it successfully. Okay. All right. So there's something happening here that I want us to look at. We've done 15 minutes into this new candle. Okay. Let me take this off. So we're going to have like a very huge 30-minute gap here. Very, very huge 30-minute gap. So what I'm looking at is if we're able to at least begin to pull back into this area, then we can probably get a 3-minute change in the state to take price higher. But looking at what price is doing, that might look like a stretch. That might look like a lot to ask from price. That might look like a lot to ask from price. Wow. That is crazy. So price is pulling back. Let's tape read this, okay? Price is pulling back to the 10 a.m. Let's see what happens when price gets there. To be honest, I haven't been like fully convinced that this thing like works out all the time, like how it's been described. There's probably something that we haven't been told about the strategy. I know a lot of people are thinking of shorting this at this time, just because price has moved up and it's slowing down. Usually, I don't argue with that. Like, I don't argue with that because I'm personally expecting price to come all the way down here, right? So if you want to catch a short for some reason, for me, it's just risky to participate in a short up here because price could just keep going. Like there's some days that price could be extremely bullish. It's not going to pull back. It's just going to keep going. Like if you've been trading the Nasdaq, you know that there are some days that price just keeps going, and there's nothing you can do. There's no pullback. You can try to catch a pullback, you get stopped out. Try to catch another pullback, get stopped out until your account gets blown. All right, so I don't do that. Right, if the price is extremely bullish, let it do what it has to do. Wait for that pullback to a good area, and then you can take it. See what gold is doing. Gold is nasty. Gold, look at what gold is doing. Look at what gold is doing. Gold is looking like, yes, it wants to go down. It wants to go down. It hasn't even got into that break-even level. Hasn't even got into that break-even level. But it's pulling back. All right, let's see what the Nasdaq is doing. Nasdaq is still on some drugs. And you know, for some reason, right? The bot, because of this week's price action, the bot has taken how many trades? The bot has taken 2 trades. It has taken 2 trades. One, in fact, it has taken 3 trades, to be honest. Right? Monday, it didn't work out. The 2 trades did not work out. Tuesday, that was a break-even trade. Wednesday, this nonsense. The bot did not take any trades. Today, extremely bullish. The bot has also not taken any trades because it has simply not found an opportunity. Has simply not found an opportunity. Mim Interiors, were you able to go through the process? I got an alert that you had done something, so I don't know if you had some success with it. Dominic Star, what's up? What's up? What's up? The OGs. I don't see you guys in the Telegram. Are you guys inside the Telegram? Or maybe I don't know your names. Well, I remember I know your account right now, but Dominic Star, I haven't seen your account in the Discord. I haven't seen you in the Telegram as well. Um, bro, it's crazy. Yo. Have you guys? I manage an agency, right? And bro, some clients, man, some clients can give you like serious headache. I don't know how many of you guys manage businesses, but some clients can like stress you out so bad. You would re-question your aim, the main reason why you started the agency or you started the business. All right, so we've done almost an hour into the open, and now you can tell the price is slowing down, but do not be deceived. Do not be deceived, right? Do not be deceived. All right, so this is actually the 10 a.m. open, guys. All right, so TikTok is doing its thing again. TikTok is doing its thing. The numbers are going up. Guys, I'm not able to get your comments, so I don't know what TikTok is doing. Where the hell are the comments? Bro, seriously? How do I find the comments here? Okay, let me preview here. Guys, we're trading the NASDAQ. First time, welcome in. If this is your first time discovering the stream, welcome in. Make sure you follow. If you wanted to learn how to trade, make sure you are following as well. $230. Guys, give me a second, yeah? Give me a second. Let me check on something real quick. So. Oh man, so we're still pushing. We're still pushing to the upside. There's absolutely no opportunity here. It's absolutely no opportunity here, guys. Price didn't tap the 10 a.m. It's just going, guys. Yeah. Oh, okay. So I'm now seeing your comments. I'm now previewing your comments here. Material, you said you followed all the steps, but thought I will get a confirmation link to my email. So like you follow the steps with Exness, right? And Exness hasn't sent you an email. Okay. All right. They should send you an email. Usually it shouldn't take long. Sometimes it takes like an hour, 2 hours. It shouldn't be long. But if you haven't, check maybe your spam. It might be in your spam. What's my Telegram? So my Telegram, I'll type it in the chat. So let me see if I can type my Telegram in the chat. My Telegram, you want my personal Telegram? My personal Telegram is LS Trades NQ. My personal Telegram is LS Trades NQ, one word. I can't actually find the chat, guys. Bro, TikTok is just doing me dirty today. I don't know if anybody knows, so you can like drop it in the chat for me. Yeah, LS Trades NQ. Velvet Heart, thanks for following. Kelvin, bro, you will question your life choices. You question life choices. Sometimes I think in the back of my mind, right, that some clients, they're like, because they're paying you, they feel like they have to like drain every benefit out of the amounts they're paying you, right? So even if they're not supposed to ask you to do certain things, then they're trying to like widen the scope. You get what I mean? Right? They want the most out of the money they're paying you. And woe unto you. Woe unto you if you're not able to give them results. Some of them even get abusive. Like not physically, but like some of them get abusive and like speak anyhow. And all of this is business, right? You have to be able to tolerate some of these things. If you don't have they call it tough skin, right? If you don't have tough skin, you wouldn't survive in business. Bro, TikTok, show me what the comments are. Please. Can't find it. Can't find it. Bro. Okay, that's interesting. All right, so let's look at something. The bot is also looking at this particular fair value gap. All right, the bot is also looking at this gap, this 30-minute gap right here. So it aligns with what I'm looking at as well, which is awesome. So the bot wants to see price at least come into this 30-minute gap and then get some kind of reaction. Get some kind of reaction to the upside. So that's what we're waiting for, guys. LS Trades NQ, nice. Thank you, Materials. Okay. Unfortunately, my chat is like nowhere to be found, so I have to preview on my phone. Okay, I know what I'm going to do here. I'm going to make my other account a moderator so that I can do stuff. Okay. All right, cool. Okay, so we might actually get a trade here. We might actually get a trade. Bro, this playlist is dead. So this is kind of like the idea. But obviously price has to come in here first, right? We can't just take a limit. We need to wait for price to come, then we get a rejection, and we take price up. Bro, today's session has been very slow. Today's session has been very, very, very slow. It's been one way. Absolutely one way. Thanks for following. If you want to learn how to trade, make sure you click the link in my bio. We do have a free Telegram, a free Discord. I do share lots of information in there that could help beginner, pro traders. Just make sure you join that. Okay. And if you wanted to get the signals from the bot and myself as well, there is a way you can do that with the bot on Telegram. So the link is in my bio. If you have any challenges, just send me a message. Send me a message. Bro, it's funny how TikTok can just like your comments just like left. I don't know where your comments are on my screen. No comments whatsoever. I've been looking for it for the past how many minutes now? All right, hopefully we can catch something. I want to see price come down. Come down. Let's see if we can get a pullback and go back to the upside. Because of how huge this gap is, I don't think the reaction is just going to be immediate. We could like pull deeper into this area before going. So I'm going to hold on, just put this aside so you guys don't react to it. Mr. Jack, you're trying to promote something here. You're trying to promote your channel. What do we do? What do I do? All right. Anyway, so what makes the session slow? So basically, how we trade is we want to see price move in a certain direction to confirm that we're in the right, we're looking at the right direction, we're looking at the right bias. Now, in order for us to enter, we want to get pullbacks into significant areas, not lower time frame gaps. We want to see price get back into higher time frame gaps. Okay, so for example, I'm just going to give you a random example here, right? I'm on a 30-minute time frame now. So this was a 30-minute gap, right? And price pulled back into the 30-minute gap, and then boom, it went back. Okay, so we don't want to see price get into these small 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute gaps. We want to see higher time frame gaps. Another random example is this one, right? This 30-minute gap. Price came into that 30-minute gap, and then it deleted itself. Okay, another random example is here, right? Fair value gap right here. We got into the fair value gap quite a number of times, but after a couple tap ins, it rejected that area and it went. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Can I give you another random example? Here, fair value gap, high time frame. Okay, 30-minute. What happened? We came into it, played around, and we went. So if you thought, okay, price is all the way here, you're going to buy, you notice that after some time, you just get a pullback, take you out, take your money, and then it goes after tapping into the gap, right? So that's pretty much it. You want to focus on the high time frame gaps and not the lower time frame gaps. But unfortunately, for us, this is how huge the high time frame gap is. So that's why I'm saying it's slow. Like, it makes things a little difficult to trade because, right, instead of us dealing with like a small gap like this for price to come in, we're dealing with this huge gap that doesn't make sense. Yeah. Okay. Tebow, I hope I've explained that. Let me see if I missed any other comments. Have I missed any other comments? Nope. Nana Sapong. Yeah, so that's my Telegram right there. So my materials, let's give it a few days, maybe tomorrow up till like Monday, and then we'll see how it goes. So I'll check in with you. Power 25, what's up? What's up, my G? I just noticed that I missed your comment. This pair ain't got no time for long bearish movement. What do you mean? This pair ain't got no time for long bearish movement. Long bearish, I'm confused. Do you trade minis or micros? So I'm trading CFDs, so it's basically volume based on lots. Yeah, so more control with my sizing. Okay, more control with my sizing, but yeah, I usually would trade 1% on evals and on funded accounts 0.5. So it has to be absolutely consistent with that. Like, it can't change. Like, when you're in drawdown, you're like trying to reduce your risk. I used to do that some time back, but I noticed that messes up with the probabilities. And if you understand the fact that if you lose 50% of your account, you don't need 50% of that to go back to break even. You now need 100% of your account to get to break even. So if you understand that math, when you're in drawdown, the best thing to do is to maintain the same risk. If you know that your strategy works, maintain that risk and you will be able to come out of drawdown pretty quickly. Bro. Wow. This has been an interesting session, guys. And if you stayed out, like, kudos. If you didn't take a trade, that's cool. Clara just joined the live stream. I think Clara is a bot. Prove us wrong, Clara. Prove us wrong, Clara. Okay, Clara just run away. All right, let's see if there's some magic gonna happen. Like, we're gonna aggressively come down here. Let's see if that happens. Then we might just catch something, guys. I'm trying to see if I missed any comments, but I think I got everything. I think I got every comment. Okay, we're getting a pullback, guys. We're getting a pullback. Let's see if price comes down to this level. See if we can get something. And guys, once it hits 11, we're not taking any trades. Once it hits 11 a.m. Eastern, New York time, we're not taking any trades. And that's in like 15 minutes. So if we can get price coming down quickly into this area and giving us a rejection within 15 minutes, then GG's, we probably will catch something. All right, but we are not going to chase price after 11 because we know what happens after 11, that the algorithms are active. There's a buildup of liquidity and price can just move sideways. And that's not the kind of price action you want to be part of. Okay. So let's hope that we get that move before 11. We get that rejection before 11. We get that entry before 11. All right. Hopefully we can get it. I mean, this week has been slow. We're in a 5-minute FEG. Yeah, I wouldn't trust the 5-minute FEG because at this point, because of how high prices move, I classify this FEG as lower time frame, and price could absolutely disrespect it and come back down. So I wouldn't use that. Okay, I wouldn't use that. It's also inside a 3-minute gap as well. It could work. I mean, it could work, especially let's say it respects this gap and it closes above this level. It could like signal that it's trying to go to the upside, right? Same on the 5. Like if it like closes above here, then yeah, it could actually move up at least 1:1. But yeah, I'm not using that. It's a low time frame. Mike, are you looking to take longs? I think it's best if you wait for that pullback. At least take out some liquidity from this area. Get into this area down here, and then we go. But you can tell that the volume is reducing. You can tell that price really wants to pull back. You can tell from looking, if you look at, I don't know if you guys can see, on YouTube, you'll be able to see the MACD on my charts. You can tell that we are like super extended and price, the volume is dropping, right? The volume is dropping. So we could see that move come down. How is gold doing? How is gold doing? Gold has pulled back. Gold tapped the break-even level, pulled back to entry. So that's a break-even trade, right? It's a break-even trade. That's crazy. I haven't heard anyone talk about any strategy, bro. I haven't heard anyone talk about any gold strategy. Why? Let me know. Let me know. Don't hide it from us. Oh, Mike, you're already in a long. All right, hopefully it works out. Hopefully that works out for you, bro. Okay, let's see if we can get something here. Thanks for the wow, 8,000 likes. 8,000 likes. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. You hit break even. Oh man. Yeah, I feel like the way price is slowing down, I feel like it does want to come down a little bit. But yeah, we're kind of short of time. We have like 10 minutes. Guys, I'm working on a crash course for the strategy on YouTube. So there are like 5 videos that just explain the concepts, like, explaining to a 5-year-old. I should be able to upload that on Sunday. So those videos will be done and ready to upload on Sunday. So I'll let you guys know in the Telegram and the Discord when it's ready and when it's up, so you guys can check it out. I'll try to like explain it in like just very simple so that you guys can immediately start to go on your charts, identify structure, be able to identify the liquidity levels that are important, be able to take entries when you see two specific things happen, right? I want you guys to all be on like to get to a level where you can understand why I'm doing something and why I'm not, so that and if you have a community that has eyes on the chart as well, and everyone is looking at the charts objectively, someone can see something that I might not even see, right? So I'll be putting out that video this weekend, so look out for that. Look out for that. Okay. Come on, come down, come down, come down. 6-7. Welcome in. Zabra, you're in the building. What's up? Do you take any trades today? Wow, if we don't get a trade today, it means everything is on Friday. Everything is up to Friday. Price is definitely slowing down. Definitely. You got edged at 9:30. The 9:30 open. What was your entry? What was the entry model? Price is slowing down. It wants to drop, but it's doing that very slowly. The midnight open and the fib. The midnight open and the fib. Best world. How you doing? Best world, you're like late to the stream today. Man, TikTok, you have to set up. How could you take my chat away? That is uncalled for. 5 stars. No, okay, kind of busy before. What's the daily bias? So, yeah, the session has been bullish. I'll be taking out a lot of liquidity in terms of relative equal highs, previous day highs, and yeah, we are slowing down at this point. So yeah, there is a pullback happening currently. I wanted to see price come into this 30-minute bullish fair value gap to give us some form of a reaction back to the upside. Yeah, so that's literally what I'm waiting for. Nana, you're already out. Longed post PPI and targeted Wednesday's high. That was yesterday's high. Okay. Nana, what was your entry model? It means you took the trade pre-market, right? You take the trade pre-market? My materials, thanks for the likes. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Well, we have 3 minutes, guys. What's going on? It doesn't look like we're gonna get a trade. It does. What? The bot has taken a trade. The bot just took a trade, guys. But why didn't it reflect here? Why didn't it reflect on the account? Oh, I need to look at this, guys. Do I need to manually execute this? Yeah, let me not manually execute. But the bot has taken a trade based on the tap into the 30-minute low, change in the state. It has taken a short. Did it send? Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. It didn't even go into the Telegram, guys. Okay, I know why it didn't take it. I know why it didn't send out. So I have a rule, right? That when the trend has been established, when the trend is extremely bullish and there's an opportunity, an opportunity to sell, if we were bearish, this would have been a good trade for it to take. But because we are extremely bullish, because of what price has done since the open, it is not going to risk capital on this move. That's smart. That's smart. Even though it could work out, this is like a nice trade idea, but it's fading it because of the fact that it's risky. It's super risky because of this long. Wow. I'm absolutely proud of the bot. This is a proud daddy moment at this point. Proud daddy moment. Can you show the bot's trade? Yeah. So the bot is actually hooked up to the account that I'm trading right now. So, when I saw this thing on the chat, like short trigger, I was even expecting it to actually take the trade on the account, but it didn't take the trade. So I was looking at the confluences and I noticed that, yes, the signal reached the bot, but the bot decided not to take it because the AM bias is extremely bullish. Yep, and added more in the manipulation back in the NY pre-market open, just above them. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. That's cool, Nana. That's awesome. That's absolutely fantastic, bro. Yeah, for me, I don't trade pre-market. I trade when the market opens. So I'm sure that's why I didn't get that. Because I mean, we pre-market took out London lows and broke above London high. So that was a good sign that we're going up. So TRSA, yes, definitely. And if you're in the Telegram, you would see all the trade signals that the bot is taking. Everything is sent there in real time. All right. The bot is, the bit is smart. It's a bot. That's what they do. Yeah, but you know what I mean by the bot is smart. Like some bots would be like, okay, so if these confluences are met, it should execute. Like it shouldn't factor anything in. It should just be a robot, right? But it's there are other there are other confluences that kind of would get it not to follow its rules just so that it maintains capital. Like it doesn't like do anything silly or doesn't lose money. Yeah, I get what you mean, Kelvin. The bot is supposed to be smart. It's supposed to also take trades that it would, bro, it can take a trade that I personally would not take because like I'm like fearful because this is like maybe a crazy stop loss or this is like it will take it because it feels like, hey, this is like a very solid setup and it will take it without asking questions. All right. It will take it without asking questions. And bro, today, if this thing goes all the way up to hit the high right here, I'll be super proud of the bot that if it actually faded this because it's actually trading an eval. I'm trading an eval today. I'll be super proud of it. Guys, it's 3 p.m. Ghana time. It's 3 p.m. Ghana time, and price did not come to this level. So yeah, I guess that is it for us. Now everything depends on what happens tomorrow. Everything depends on what happens tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow can be a good day for us. But guys, take my word for it, okay? And I'm also like I'm actually putting money on the line right now with a bot. All right. I can guarantee you that if you're taking only the trades the bot is taking, you will make money. And this is I have to say this, like this is a disclaimer. I'm not giving anyone financial advice, right? This is purely education. Because the data has told me that the maximum drawdown the bot can do, like consecutively, is like 3%. And this is it risking 1% per trade, meaning that the maximum number of losses it can take in a row is 3 over a year's worth of data. Do you guys understand what is going on? So it can take three losses in a row, but statistically, the fourth trade usually wins, and this is over a year or even more. Kelvin Mensa, you said you placed a buy limit on 10 a.m. and wait, price got to 10 a.m. Let me see. Price got to 10 a.m. already. I wasn't even watching. I took the level off. I took the 10 a.m. off. Let me see. Where's 10 a.m.? Wait, price didn't get to 10 a.m., bro. Price didn't get to 10 a.m. This is a 10 a.m., right? This is a 10 a.m. open. Did you say you've already taken a trade? I've placed my stops on break even now. Okay, that's all that matters, bro. That's all that matters. Did I create the bot? Yeah, so I worked with AI to code the bot and to code the app that runs the bot. So it uses the logic and it uses AI to make decisions. But most of it, it's following a set of rules. All right, it's not doing whatever the hell it wants. And it took a while actually. It took a while. Like sometimes I have to back test with the bot. So I can, like, let's say today, okay, I can go back and ask it, okay, so why didn't you take a trade today? And it will explain that, okay, so it saw XYZ, blah 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 blah. And usually makes sense. We've gotten to a point where the explanation makes sense for the strategy, right? Sometimes I could go back and I see a good trade, so I'll go ask it, why didn't you take a trade here? Then it will tell me, okay, so this is a new archetype. It doesn't have it in its knowledge or have it, blah, 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 blah. And then we'll create it and make sure that it understands that model and it's able to trade it moving forward. Right. So it's been like a process that we've been through for quite some time. And I feel like at this point, we've done a lot. If I propose that, oh, this thing seems to be working, it would test it out. It will go and test it out over a number of days and come and tell me that, hey, this thing you're trying to do, it looks like it's working today, but when you run it over a year, you're going to lose money. Then I'll say, okay, fine, don't implement it. Okay. So that's how I've been working with the bots, and we've gotten to a stage where I feel like it's in a good place. And that's how come I'm confident enough to like put an actual account there for it to trade. Yeah, so basically you have to have like an AI subscription. So I'm using Claude and I'm using Codex. So Claude is from Anthropic and Codex is from OpenAI. But you kind of, I feel like you kind of have to have like some knowledge around coding to be able to understand what it's doing. Mem Interiors, thanks for supporting the stream. I do appreciate you. I do appreciate you guys. I've been thinking about what to do for like a giveaway, but I'm not actually affiliated to these like prop firms and stuff. So I'm thinking what to do for you guys, because you guys have been showing so much love on the stream. And I do appreciate each and every one of you. Dominic Star, Best World. Anubil, what's good? Yeah, so right now I'm just like the session is over, but I'm just trying to see what Price is doing. I'm just trying to see what Price wants to do here. But the session is pretty much over. We're literally not gonna get a trade today. What is gold doing? Let's see, no wonder is saying gold is the strategy is not, it doesn't do well. Because if this was the bots would have gone break even here and it would have been out of the trade here. But you see what it's doing? Yes, it wants to go down, but it has to come down and go up and come down and do all this nonsense. But yeah. Hey, the bot is the bot working? Is the bot giving a good signal? Yeah, but no regrets. I know that the data tells me that it does well. So if it doesn't take a trade, I'm honestly not worried, because this might work out. But if you run this across like multiple months and multiple years, it might not work out. You might run in losses. This country called Ghana is peaceful and joyful. I'm interested in getting married there. Michaela, we know you're a robot. Michaela, we know you're a robot, okay? It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, Kelvin, you can hit me up. Like, send me a message and maybe I can just help you out if you want to do something like that. All right. And I noticed that, I don't know if it's just me, but on TikTok, I don't get an alerts when messages come through. I've tried to check my settings. I don't get alerts. So you've messaged me? Okay. But I haven't seen it. If you know my handle on Telegram, just message me on Telegram, yeah? I think that's quicker. I get alerts quicker on Telegram. All right, guys. It looks like we're not getting anything here. But piece of advice, if you guys wanted to trade the PM session, in my opinion, this thing is still it's still bullish. So price might just pull back, all right, and then at some point turn back around. I will be from time to time looking at the chart. So if there's anything I see, I will let you guys know, okay? Inside of the Telegram or the Discord, in the Discord, okay? So I will catch you guys tomorrow. If you stayed out, you kept your money safe, GG's. Not taking a position is a position on its own, all right? Not losing money is a good day. So I will catch you guys tomorrow. Trade safe. Wait, hold on. Apia Obed said, please, I need like, what's that? Just it. Check your DMs. All right, hit you up on Telegram too. Okay, bro, Kelvin. I'll catch you in the DMs. I'll see you guys. Take care. We're back tomorrow, okay? We're back tomorrow. Make sure you follow if you haven't. Make sure you join the Telegram if you haven't. The link is in my bio. Peace.